Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's well. If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll try to get to as many of you as we can, but obviously there's lots of people here, so we'll try to get round to as many as we can. If we're all ready in the room, we'll come firstly to Alex Howell from the BBC there.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Could we start with some player updates, please? Kai Havertz and Eberechi Eze came off at the weekend, so are either of them available for tomorrow?
Kai is out and Ebbs is ready to go.
Thank you. And Riccardo Calafiori wasn't in the squad the weekend, but was training, and Jurrien Timber has been out for a little while, so are either of those in the squad or available?
Yeah, those two are available for tomorrow.
So tomorrow is a big match after the pressure of the weekend, after a big result in the Premier League, after things have been difficult for you. So how much confidence have you taken from that after a run of games when things maybe haven't gone to plan?
Well, after that win, a massive win for us against Newcastle, you could sense straight away the energy, the confidence coming into this game. It's a massive privilege to be here again 2 years in a row in the semi-final of the Champions League, representing our club. And yeah, what an opportunity. We're going to grab it with both hands. You're going to see a team that wants to be dominant, that wants to win it, and that wants to start to decide the tie tomorrow.
As you mentioned there, a big achievement being in the semi-final of the Champions League back-to-back years. But what are you expecting from Atletico tomorrow? A
really tough match, a team that has managed so much experience in the competition that they have every right to be here, because what they've done, again, is remarkable. We know the difficulty of the match, but I think we have shown in Europe, in any ground, what we are capable of. We've been very consistent, and tomorrow we have to play with that confidence, with that desire and that will to come here to win the game.
John from the Mirror.
Hello, Mikel. Can I just double check? You did say Jurrien's available tomorrow.
You spotted that well.
Yes, I did. What a hell of a boost that is, because he's such an important player.
Jurrien is not in the squad.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But Ricky and Bukayo, they are in the squad.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. We misunderstood. We were talking to Martin before, and he was talking about the opportunity to make history.
Yeah.
And, just what an amazing period this is, really. What an opportunity. Is that what it's all about? I mean, these incredible 7 games ahead of you and the opportunity that you have now.
But that's the way we are all feeling, and that's the energy that I feel amongst the team and the club. This is the stages that we want to be, and we have earned it through incredible work, passion and quality the last 9 months. And now is the moment to make a statement and show how good we are, how much we want it, and make it happen. It's clear. The opportunity is in front of us, and we have to attack it.
John from BBC Radio.
Mikel, can you talk a little bit about what you need to do when you play here against this Atletico Madrid team, Diego Simeone? Are there things that you have to think about and take into consideration that you wouldn't necessarily anywhere else? And is this a place where you need cool heads as much as anywhere?
Yes, I think every opponent and every context, whether it is the stadium, the opponent, the manner that they play, have differences, and there are things that obviously have to be highlighted, whether there is strength or the weaknesses as well. And especially against them, there are moments in game, and we have to manage that so well to be successful and win the game.
Dharmesh from Sky Sports.
Hey, Mikel.
Hi.
You beat Atletico in the group phase quite convincingly. Do you gain any psychological advantage from that? And do you reflect on what happened against PSG last season when you beat them in the group stage but were knocked out in the semis? And has that been part of your messaging to the players?
No, because it's not a very positive one. There are a lot of positive messages that I can send to the team. Obviously, we learn things from that game, but tomorrow's game is going to be a completely different one, especially playing here. We know what they've done and what they are capable of, and as well because we have now some experience as well in these kind of games, and we know exactly what we have to do.
I don't know if you saw Diego Simeone's news conference or aware of what he said. He's created a few headlines because he said that Arsenal, PSG and Barcelona are interested in Julian Alvarez. So there's a 2-part question for you. Are you? And how big a threat is Julian Alvarez?
You know that I don't talk. I should never talk about any player that is not a player.
Sam, Daily Telegraph.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
There's a weather warning tomorrow. Potential storms and very heavy rain. And
we've been unlucky, yeah.
Yeah, very much so. There's been a lot of talk about the pitch here as well in recent weeks. I just wonder what you make of that and how big a problem that might be for the way you play.
We adapt to any context, and for the last 9 months, imagine the amount of games that we have played in different scenarios, different contexts, different opponents. So we'll adapt to the conditions tomorrow in the best possible way to be ourselves and win the game.
Simon, the Sun?
Mikel, this is obviously the second season in a row you've reached the semi-finals. Do you feel like you belong at this stage, and do you feel this group is now ready to take the next step and reach the final?
I don't take it for granted because a very short time ago, this club had 7 years without Champions League. So in that very short period of time, what we have achieved is remarkable. And we know the difficulty of it. We know how much we work for this. And yeah, enjoy it, take the opportunity, embrace it, because it's very tough to be here.
Tom from Reach?
Hi, Mikel. Slight tangent, but it was announced today that your Premier League game against Burnley is going to be played on the Monday night. And the Arsenal Supporters Trust has put a statement out in their disappointment about that. I just want to get your reaction to that announcement.
Well, I'm not surprised. It's the last home game of the season, and you want to play at the weekend. I think the game, the time and the date was set, and now it's been changed. So yeah, it's not ideal, especially for our supporters. But the TV has the right to do so. So they've done it, but unfortunately, we're going to have to adapt to that as well, and play our game and try to have everybody in that stadium in the same manner, with the same energy, because obviously we know what is at stake.
One here, please introduce yourself. Yeah.
Hello, sir. Noah from Ziggo Sport Netherlands. Just one more question about Jurrien Timber, also a bit on behalf of the Dutch people as the World Cup is approaching. How is he doing, and when do you expect him back before the season?
We don't know yet. He's doing some stuff on the pitch at the moment, but yeah, we need to get the gears up and be able to do more things before he can compete with us.
Okay, we'll do a last couple for English media, then we'll move to Spanish. Isan from the Daily Mail.
Hi, Mikel. In terms of goals scored, do you sometimes wish that the chances around the box were taken more? Because there appears to be a lot of chances, but in terms of scoring goals, there's been a struggle in recent weeks. What are your thoughts on it all?
Well, we have to do better, and obviously the moment we can take shots, the quality of those shots, and it was a great example against Newcastle, what can happen. So we want to improve in every department, but at the same time, to be where we are sitting here tonight, you have to be exceptional, or one of the top 4 teams in Europe to be here. So imagine how difficult that is.
Phil, Press Association.
Hi, Mikel. You spoke earlier about going out and making a statement tomorrow and dominating the game. Do you think, in your eyes, it's key to head back to the Emirates with a sort of advantage in terms of the semi-final? And what does that statement look like in your eyes?
Well, that's what we want to do. We have prepared the game to win it. There's no question about that. To be ourselves and do what we do constantly with our opponent. And then, okay, let's see what the game throws, the level that we can show, the quality we can show. And hopefully that's going to be the case.
We'll take some questions in Spanish now. Juan Castro from Marca.
Hola, Mikel. Bienvenido a tu país.
Hello, Mikel. Welcome to your home country. Now, in terms of having played here, I suppose you and Simeone have been opposed as 2 different managers. So, do you think there are more things that unite you with Simeone than the ones that separate you from him? Well, I think there's just a lot of work he's carried out. He's just transformed the club in 15 years in terms of results and the way he's done it. We are not just talking about anything. I think I've always had great admiration for these kinds of people. And again, he's given a lot to his players. He's very connected to the club, and he's given a lot to the club. He is an absolute role model. Hello, Mikel. Now moving on to players and not managers. Why do you think Arsenal might be better than Atletico, and why are you concerned most about Atletico Madrid? Well, I'm just concerned about my players. We've got different tools in different phases of play to punish their opponents, for them not to punish us. And this is what we do with Atletico. We would do it a different way with other opponents and different players. This is going to be a beautiful game where we would like to impose our playing style and our philosophy. Hello, Mikel. You've been asked about this in English, but I would like an answer in Spanish. There's been a lot of talk about the storms for tomorrow, and the pitch might be up to its limits for tomorrow's games. In terms of how you play and how the opponents play, what do you think about the turf condition and how it could be for tomorrow? Well, it's good right now, and we won't know what will happen tomorrow. So we will just adapt to this context. And the good thing is that during the last 10 months, we've been playing in different contexts, different pitches, and the team are ready to adapt to that. Hello, Mikel. You've faced each other once this season before, and you won 4-0 with 3 goals in the span of 30 minutes. And now Arsenal are said not to be as much on form as they were before. And in previous knockout rounds, you've achieved an advantage during the first legs. What kind of game do you expect? Well, a different one to the one you're bringing up now, because during the knockout rounds, they've been very dominant. They've achieved great results. And of course, we want to play a good game, a convincing one for us, in order to play a good second leg at home. Hello, Mikel. I would like to ask you about the lineup you might play tomorrow. What would be the player the most concerned about? Well, they are very strong on different ends, and otherwise they wouldn't be where they are right now. And of course, how connected they are, the energy they create in the stadium, how do you believe in it, how experienced they are because they've done it before. And again, we are at this match with different things could happen. And when we come to this level, the details are very important, and it will be no different tomorrow. Hello, Mikel. You said your idea would be to stay far away from previous knockout rounds where Atletico Madrid was highly superior to Barcelona during the first 45 minutes or the first leg. So how do you think you could stay away from that situation? Well, we just need to understand what happens in those contexts, how they activate themselves, and we've just identified different patterns. We know we are capable of identifying them. We will try to avoid that, and we will try to create chances for ourselves. So Diego Simeone and Atletico Madrid have been said to be a very defensive team, and Simeone has said that they are better offensively than defensively this year. Now that you're facing them, do you understand this is the situation right now, or do you think Atletico Madrid has changed a lot during the last few years? Well, I think they do a lot of things very well, and this is the reason why they're there.